let me put it this way. Mr. Right will be who I finally decide to pick. And I have to decide to continue to choose them every day. Yes. So, can they be, let me just give a scenario. Say I choose you. This is my Mr. Right. Can there be other people better than you? Maybe. Possibly. But I don't care.
But you continue to choose the one.
I continue to choose you every day.
Every time.
Every time. It's like a constant. I wake up this morning, I choose you. I wake up the next day, I choose you. When I'm mad at you, conflict, whatever, I'm angry. Even if you lock your door, I'll still come and peep through the whole baby. It's still you. You know, that is the Mr. Right. Yeah. There's no person somewhere. Please, I beg you.
So whom you continue to choose?
Yeah.
Is your Mrs. Right. Whom you continue to choose is your Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Episode on intimate. This topic is relationships are training grounds. We want to know why Jumi believes that relationships are training ground. Welcome to Intimate.
Thank you. Okay. So first of all, let me just send this message out there that a broken relationship is way better than a broken marriage. Okay. So that's why being in a relationship should let you, or is an opportunity to tell the things you can take, not take, what to trigger you to run out, your red flags, your deal breakers. That is what relationships are. And if you are not able to embrace a breakup or not take a breakup too personally, then we may get stuck in a relationship that we don't even want in the first place. So that's where this whole message is coming from.
Okay. So relationship is a training ground. Tell us why.
Let's be honest, the whole goal for wanting to be in a relationship is to find someone that we are compatible with, a companion that we can, or has a potential of us spending the rest of our life with, either being in a committed relationship or being married to. Okay. So how else can I tell if you are the one, or he is the one, or he is the one, if I don't get to be in a relationship with you? Exactly. And there is no automatic way.
That's really thoughtful. Like it's really deep. How do I get to know that this person is the person if I don't get to be in a relationship with you? So you can't just sit out there and be thinking that, oh, that's the person.
Sometimes some people, well, there have been stories where people just, a prophet just tells you, oh, this is the one, she's the one. People do it and it works for them.
I absolutely 100% disagree.
I mean, we all have our opinions about that, but let's not shove someone's narrative down the drain, okay? I mean, everyone has a voice. I agree with you. On a more serious note, I think it's
nobody
weird.
Should choose nobody for nobody.
Yes, because even salvation, that's even more important than marriage.
Absolutely.
It said, whosoever will.
Yeah.
It's not by force, exactly. So no one chooses anyone for you, exactly. But the whole training ground thing about relationship is what a lot of people, I think, don't want to accept, because if we understand that it's a training ground, we understand that there will be a lot of failure. It's just like training to be on a basketball team. There will be a lot of falls, a lot of success and all that. So embrace it. So if I'm in a relationship with you, and along the way, not necessarily you being a bad person, but we just don't gel. We just don't do it. You probably would do it with someone else. I would do it with someone else. But two of us just don't do it. That's okay. And the reason why people don't want to accept or are personalizing breakups is that it's the narrative you tell yourself when someone leaves you. So let's even forget the whole leave. Let's not even use that word leaves you. That's so negative. When someone decides to end a relationship with you, we personalize it, we take it personal. It's like it has got something to do with me. There's something I'm not doing right. He's met someone better. Now you start putting that on yourself, it affects your self-esteem. So we only leave the narrative we believe.
All that is just like assumption. You are just
assuming. It's just assumption. The person he is going to may not necessarily be better for you. In short, I don't even want to believe there's anyone that is better than anyone. It just means that they gel better. You understand? Maybe I can't meet his needs, and no matter how hard I try, there are some needs of his that I can't meet. Maybe there's a way I want to be. Let me even give you an example. There is this very conflicting thing about relationship. There are people who want to draw in, they want the connection all the time, and there are people who want the individualism all the time. We all have to balance at a point. You know yourself. If you are probably the very clingy one, you always want to be connected to your partner, or you're the one who always wants to have your time. You have to meet in between. Okay, I don't want to believe that someone who wants the stimulation all the time should be with someone that wants the stimulation all the time. There's no space for growth.
Yeah.
So I'm clingy, we are clingy, we are just clingy with each other. There's no time for personal growth. Or I like to be on my own. I want to just get off. I don't want to connect. You also don't want to connect at all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that relationships are a training ground. So I get to tell what I like, not about you, about myself. What in a relationship I'm looking for. And a lot of times when you are trying to find out what in a relationship you are looking for, think about how you are feeling in that relationship, not about the person. Not about the person, not about how they make you feel, or think about how you feel. How do I feel? It's about your emotions. How healthy does this make me a better person? Does this make me happy? Does this, when you are thinking from that point, you understand that physical appearance is just a smoke screen. So you are not easily tempted, or you are just running all over the place. You have a particular thing you need to feel, or a particular mental state you want to have in a relationship. When that is your focus, then you can set your standards right.
So we must have a particular mental state.
Exactly, that we want to be. So you want someone that can, or a relationship that will give you peace. This person might be a very peaceful person, but bringing you in my life may not necessarily bring peace. We may be conflicting on so many issues. That doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes us not fit for each other. So when we understand that, I think we'll be able to accept breakups better. Because if you are stopping me from breaking up with you, then we're embracing the fact that I'll cheat on you. So what? You don't want me to break up when I realize I don't want this. So you don't want me to connect with someone. Then what do you want me to do?
So that should mean that we must us being a training ground, we must spend time in examining ourselves like every day, like almost all the time, to know what really clicks with us and doesn't.
Exactly. And that is, with the experience, the more I'm not saying, go around sleeping with everybody. We are not talking of sleeping with. We are talking of connecting with people. Connecting.
Because you mentioned gelling with somebody.
Exactly.
So what happens when, maybe I'm dating you and I don't gel with you? What do we do? Should we fix it in gelling, or we should just end it?
A lot of times there are things that can be fixed.
Okay.
A lot of times there are things that can be fixed.
Okay.
But when it comes to values, vision, mission, I can't fix that. We can compromise. I mean, if we are not too far apart. Let me give you an example. So values, maybe I have this values or this idea about sex, relationship. I don't want to go in deep, just touching the surface. And I meet someone that doesn't think the same way. We're going to have a lot of problems.
Absolutely.
We are going to have a lot of problems.
Absolutely.
Unless, of course, you are open-minded enough and willing to compromise. I would have to meet you. We would have to meet each other halfway. And if we both want this to work, then that means that there are other aspects of the relationship that is very fulfilling. And this is just a glitch. Not that we are probably conflicting in all areas. If you are conflicting in all areas, where are we starting from? So the overall outlook of the relationship is great. Okay, so I feel safe in this relationship. I feel secured. I feel loved. I feel seen. I feel heard. But we just have a little glitch when it comes to this, when it comes to that. Babe, can we compromise? Can we meet halfway? That's awesome.
So just like you're saying, just like what Bible says, that by wisdom a house is built. So understanding is key to be able to know how solid your relationship is going, how healthy your relationship is going, as it being a training ground for you.
Exactly. And that's where the self-awareness comes in.
Right.
If I'm not aware, or I don't know what I really want, then that means that anybody and everybody will do.
Right.
But that's not true. There are lots of people you can have an awesome love story with. Awesome love story. Tremendous. Very beautiful. But you can't build a life with them. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with them. It just means that is it. You just can't build a life with them.
So the possibility that you can have amazing love story with everybody, but you can't build a house or a family with just everybody, is something that we must look at.
We have to look at it. We have to just look. You know what's funny? I don't know if have you ever been in a toxic relationship? Okay. Have you ever?
I haven't been.
Toxic relationships.
Because one of the things from growing up at the time, at a point in my life, the whole thing about relationship, woman was not my agenda.
Okay, so
it was not there.
Exactly.
The thing about women was not even there it wasn't
even
in the picture. For a very long time, it wasn't in the picture.
Yeah. And that's what I think everyone should do.
Because I decided from at a point in my life, I decided I was never going to have an ex. Yeah, I decided I will never have an ex. Yeah, I said I won't have an ex because.
But you know that's why. That is coming from a wrong. Sorry, no, I don't want to.
So here's my reason for not.
But I hope you are not still saying that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not still saying that. I'm not still saying that.
Don't say that.
I'm not still saying that.
Don't, because the moment you say that and you start dating someone and you know so well this relationship is toxic, because you've told yourself you don't want an ex, you will die there.
Oh, no. Here's the point. In as much as I said, I don't want to have an ex. I have my reasons for not wanting to have an ex.
Okay.
But I'm dating now.
Okay.
I tell my lady all the time.
Okay.
That I stand a chance to lose nothing.
Okay.
That I'm not afraid to lose you. In as much as I don't want you to go, I'm not afraid to lose you.
Exactly.
But even though I don't want to lose you, we have to build something right.
Yeah.
So day in and day out, I be sure that myself and my lady will talk. Okay. You have to build yourself. You have to develop yourself.
Okay.
Because for me, it is even you a female. It is even in developing yourself more that a man admires you the more.
Exactly.
Because if you are men are moved by intelligence many times.
Yeah.
Men are moved by intelligence that they will just hear a lady speak, and when you are speaking alone, you don't have anything. Don't look beautiful.
Don't forget they're pretty.
Just have sense. Just have sense. And the man will just move towards you like that.
I know.
Be like, wow.
I know.
You don't look beautiful. Look ugly.
No, but come on, you're lying. You need to look glam.
Yeah. First attraction is key.
I know, right?
You know, it happens. I mean, if you're not beautiful, how will I chase you in the first place?
I know.
But just have sense and speak from your own voice. Every man is looking out for
an opinion.
Every man is exactly. It shouldn't be about, oh, because of somebody, that's why I'm saying this. Because of somebody, that's why I'm doing this. Every man is looking out for that thing in a woman that, when I ask you, what do you think about sex in relationship?
You have
that
a
you
voice.
Can be able to tell me, this is what I think is about in sex in relationship. This is what I think. It's because you have spent time in developing yourself. Because I always tell my lady, the problem we have is a knowledge problem. And I always tell her, read a book. There are times I come back from wherever I come back from, and I ask her, what book have you read today? What have you read today?
You're more like a headmaster.
No, you see, because here's the thing. I have envisaged a beautiful home, a beautiful family. And you see, Bible even says that how can two work together except they agree?
Yeah.
If we don't agree on a platform, there's no way. Yeah. So God, I have made time in developing myself, building myself. That's why I can say, oh, I'm choosing you. I can let go of you. I'm choosing. That doesn't mean
So you see,
I'm crazy.
When you've built yourself to a point where
I know what I want.
Exactly. Where the absence of someone does not affect your self-esteem, you're in a very good place.
Absolutely.
Because I can lose someone I really love or I'm really feeling, and I will not take it personally.
Yeah.
And I know so well that I'll find someone great because you know what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
So let's not veer off the topic.
Yeah.
Let's not veer off.
Yeah, we are not.
So relationships are a training ground.
So
relationships are a training ground.
Yeah.
So after you've built yourself whilst being single and all that, I don't believe there is a final destination to
self-growth
or self-development.
No.
There is no final.
It's an unending progress.
Exactly.
It's an unending process.
Good. So whilst you are doing, or after you've done that with being single, built yourself, your character, getting closer to God and all that, when you enter a relationship, like that ground alone is enough for a lot of conflict. There is nothing that happens more frequently in a relationship and marriage than conflict and communication. I'm telling you. Because you have your own narrative, your own upbringing, your own ideas.
Absolutely.
I have mine.
Absolutely.
So now, there's a lot of, I've always had this thing, I don't know if, I'm sure a lot of my friends know that. I keep saying that if you're not able to understand conflict resolution properly, they can give you the best partner in this world. Tried and tested. They'll do research. Oh, this guy, great, awesome, six-pack gang, tall, 6 feet, whatever. Good values, God-fearing, quote the scriptures. Bring him to you, still ruin that. Wow. Because you guys will keep having conflicts.
And you won't be able to
The person who has built himself is probably trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And you are just there, laid back, doing nothing, leaving them to do all the work. Eventually, they'll get tired of having to be the one to patch up every time. You understand? So that is why it's a training ground. I don't know if I would end up with you. Say we are dating. I don't know if I'll end up with you. You understand? So the time I have with you now is to learn how to talk to someone, how to communicate to someone, how to air my views, how to communicate. Is it communication? A lot of times say communication. People do a lot of passive-aggressive communication without necessarily saying what they want because of the fear of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example.
But in a relationship, I think it's actually best to be vulnerable because the person...
That is exactly what So if I'm trying to block myself off and you are trying to block yourself off, we are not even getting anywhere. I'm giving you a wrong perception of who I really am. I'm trying to pretend to have this all strong exterior when I really am not.
No, you are not.
So I can't draw that vulnerability out of you if I'm trying to put up a front because I don't know if people notice when someone is putting up a front, you can tell. You can tell that this person just does not want to be vulnerable, and it's probably out of fear, out of past trauma and whatever, what have you. So the whole relationship is a training ground. Your partner has done something wrong or probably hasn't. Look, myself, even this thing I'm about to say, if I'm a victim, I do it, and sometimes I have to call myself. No one is perfect. I have to call myself into order. And sometimes I laugh at myself, I shake my head, I'm like, oh no, not again. You want something from your partner, probably your partner has not reached out to you in a while. Instead of you saying, babe, I miss you, I mean, can we talk? Can you have some time? You're hiding it, you are boiling and you are angry, you want to die. Now this person texts you.
Whose problem is it? It's your
problem. Now you they suffer. The person texts you and goes like, hey babe, how you doing? Fine. How's your day going? Good. The guy is okay, oh. Can we talk? No. What are you doing? Busy. Like, really? So you think, what do you think you are doing? You are even making and you know what even makes you more angry? The fact that you keep giving the one word answer and he's not catching. You know, men don't pick up on these things quickly.
Oh no, some men do.
Some men do.
Because
okay,
for me, if your mood changes, you can tell your mood has changed.
But you know, sometimes the guy is distracted maybe with work and all he's seeing is one word answer and his mind is good out, she's busy. As long as she's responding, she's fine. And the more he's not catching the fact that you are being passive aggressive, you are getting more angry. So it's the narrative you tell yourself. So you are telling yourself probably that he doesn't care, he's not even finding time for me, I don't really matter. You are getting angry on the narrative, on not the reality of what's going on. You understand? So the whole conflict resolution thing is very important. And back to the vulnerability, I understand why there's a lot of fear. No one wants to be taken for granted. I will not be telling you, babe, I miss you, and then all you do is give me a smiley face emoji. Bing. I want, babe, I miss you too, or can I get back to you? Can we connect later? I'm busy. I want that. But out of fear of rejection or not getting what I'm seeking from you, I try to mirror you to be all tough.
What's the problem? What's the problem with you asking?
It starts with the person you pick. Don't pick someone that if you want somebody who is all alpha male, toxic masculinity, you can go for that too. I mean, if you yourself you are penkeshi,
you know, some people may think I'm different. Yes, and I always accept that I'm different. My whole point is this: what is with this whole alpha male, alpha this?
I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. It's coming from a place of fear. If you look deep into this whole alpha male, a fear,
I can strongly agree on this.
Fear of being seen for who you really are. Fear of being rejected. Fear of being vulnerable. So you put up a front. You are all mushy inside, but the exterior is like a crab shell. Who are you deceiving? You are the one worrying yourself because you attract people based on what you present. So you are presenting to be all tough. You attract someone that is also having that persona, that tough exterior, and then you complain later that they are not caring enough. Please, this is what you signed up for.
The sad part too is that there may be somebody outside watching this person who is claiming is an alpha male, and they are having the person is like, oh, I want to be like this person, I want to be like this person. Oh, because of the way is it, and there's this whole problem, and people are not even learning for themselves on this ground.
Exactly. So the whole relationship is oh no, don't do that.
Okay, so let's go on.
So the whole relationship is like a training ground. So I get to learn how to communicate. I get to learn how to conflict resolution. I get to learn how to
even know yourself
express
and understand
myself
yourself better.
And I believe that almost every problem in a relationship is a communication problem. Even if it's whatever, think of any problem, even if it's cheating, it's a communication problem. I don't want to go into cheating now because we'll get there. Everything is a communication problem. So start learning how to communicate in the relationship and give people, how do I even put this? Appreciate it when your partner is very hard to say exactly what I mean in the raw form.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a need I want from you.
Yeah.
Like, babe, can you please come spend some time with me? Sometimes it's hard to say that. You don't want to look like you are being clingy.
Yeah.
But you need to say that. Else, how else can they meet your need?
Yeah. And how would the person even know this is what you want if you don't communicate it?
Then you end up branding your partner as he's not caring, he's not no one. I can't tell what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I can't tell how you want to be loved. I can't tell where you want me to meet you.
Yeah.
You need to tell me.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we are having.
Yeah.
We are all assuming my last girlfriend liked gifts. Let me buy this girl a gift. Yeah. My last girlfriend liked this. Let me do this. And I'm just looking at you like chalk because you are doing everything and it's not working. Do you understand? True. Exactly. So that's the point.
So being vulnerable is key. It's not a sin. It's not a problem in a relationship.
No, it's not.
Getting to communicate is key.
Exactly.
It's not a problem at all. And that even actually helps have a healthy relationship.
And the person you pick.
The person you pick. The person you pick is even the person you choose.
Like it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And it's okay to realize you've made a mistake. So now I still don't trust myself in picking. I've probably just gotten better with time because I've become a bit more matured and I know what to look out for.
Yeah.
And I know myself, I'm not perfect. I'm not even anywhere close. I'm telling you honestly. I'm jacked up in so many ways that a lot of people don't see. And the only person who will probably see that aspect of you is your partner. They would see things in you that other people don't see. So when you understand that we are all not perfect, then you are a bit more benevolent to your partner.
Yeah.
You are a bit more kind when they make a mistake.
Yeah.
This thing, all of us, these things I'm raising, we are all doing it. Yeah. It's not like there's I'm perfect, I don't do. We all do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the more self-aware you become, then you are able to tell when you are swaying off. You can come back.
Okay. Before we go, do you believe in this, Mr. Right, Mrs. Right?
Yeah, I do, but I'll defend it. I don't believe that there's one person that is made for anybody. Like God just made this person. Jumi, this is your Mr. Right. He's in Canada. Until you move to Canada, you don't make. I don't believe that. What I believe is that I choose to stick to what I would. Let me put it this way: Mr. Right to be who I finally decide to pick, and I have to decide to continue to choose them every day. Yes. So. Can they be, let me just give a scenario. Say I choose you. This is my Mr. Right. Can there be other people better than you? Maybe. Possibly. But I don't care.
But you continue to choose the one.
I continue to choose you every day.
Every time.
Every time. It's like a constant. I wake up this morning, I choose you. I wake up the next day, I choose you. When I'm mad at you, conflict, whatever, I'm angry. Even if you lock your door, I'll still come and peep the whole through the whole baby. It's still you. You know, that is the Mr. Right. Yeah. There's no person somewhere where, please, I beg you.
So whom you continue to choose is your Mrs. Right. Whom you continue to choose is your Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on this special topic.
Thank you too. I'm grateful.